Hi ladybirds, I hope you had a really good time exploring the fingerprints from yesterday's challenge. Today's challenge that I've got for you is a fun way where you can have a go at making your own little police badge, and you can start to maybe think a little bit about some of the work that police would do and maybe what your work might be when you're doing your play. So maybe what it is that you're up to, whether you're looking at burglaries and maybe if you're seeing if you can find lost items, maybe whether you're going around helping people that maybe need a little bit of help, maybe you're getting a police dog and you're doing a patrol, or there's so many ideas. You can decide what you want to do in your play. Now, to do a little badge, there is one example here, but I don't expect you to have your own printer. So I was just using this one just to talk to you, and then I thought I'd show you a way that I would draw one, because it might be easier just have some pen and paper to make your one. But I thought I'd show you a little bit here. Now, police officers, sometimes they have their own little badge. It might look a little bit like this one. And I thought I'd talk to you a little bit about what this is. Now, the police officer's badge. Well, first of all, why do you think they might have one? Why would they have a badge? You can always pause the video and talk about it at home. Now, a police officer has a badge because the police officer has a very, very important role. And the role that they have is so important that it's important that people know that they have got that they have been well trained and that they have been good enough to carry out their role, because you can't just go locking people up in jails for no reason. You can't just go round with police dogs for no reason. You have to make sure that your interests are always with a really, really good heart, and you're trying to make sure that you're keeping people safe, and you're trying to make sure that you, as a police officer, that you're making really good calls, judgment calls when you're doing things. Now, a badge like this, you might notice, helps people to know that they are a police officer, that they've been trained, that they're allowed to make those really tricky decisions sometimes that police have to make about whether people have done right things or wrong things, and whether people need a little bit of help. So if they've made a wrong choice, it might be that they're going to help them, and that the police officer will go and try and help them with that choice. Or whether if they've made good choices, they might be saying, well done, that's fantastic. Now, a police badge like this one, you might notice has a symbol on in the middle, and it's called ER, and that is linking to the Queen. So that tells us a little bit that it's like the Queen's police officers. So people sometimes use that phrase, and it's almost like the Queen is almost in charge. It says around the outside, it says the Metropolitan Police. So that's one of the biggest bodies of police, so one of the biggest police forces. Now, you might want to do a badge and change yours. You could be the Old Buckingham Police, or you could maybe you could do it as a bit of a fantasy one. You could maybe be like the Dinosaur Police. You could have lots of fun doing this. You can see that the crown on top. Now, the crown links to the fact that it's the Queen as well. You can see the Queen's crown. And you can also see this amazing, wonderful shape around the outside, which looks a little bit like you've got triangle parts of the shape coming round. Looks a little bit like square parts coming round as well. And so you might want to do your own one. And I thought I'd show you an idea of what you might do. So, oops, falling over. So you might want to have maybe just some paper at home. You could design your own badge. You could have a go at thinking about the shape. So it might be that you want to copy the shape of this one, or you might want to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to do mine a little bit of both, so I'm going to use some of it, but use different ones too. So I'm going to do a little bit like this badge. I'm thinking about a shape that I can use. My shape looks a little bit like a hexagon because it's a six-sided shape. I'm going to do my circle inside. I might do the ER the Queen. I'm going to do a little crown on top. And I might underneath do, I might do Sergeant Briscoe or Chief Inspector Briscoe. Let's see, I might do C.I. Briscoe for my name. Okay, and then it might be that you want to decorate yours, that you want to colour it in. It might be that you want to have a go at cutting it out. Or if you haven't got scissors at home, that's fine as well, because what you could do is you could always just stick this somewhere in your house just so that people know that you are a police officer. So that's just a fun little challenge that you might want to have a go at doing at home today, Ladybirds, as you explore a little bit more about some of our extraordinary people looking at police. I hope you have lots of fun in your play Try Not to Arrest Your Grown-Ups.